Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is the dividing line between the forgettable and the formidable. Improvement isn't a pastime, it isn't a luxury, it isn't some soft ritual you perform when life feels convenient. No. Daily improvement is a weapon, and every morning you choose whether to sharpen it or let it dull until you become like everyone else, distracted, unfocused, and easily controlled. But you're here because you feel the instinct to rise, the instinct to evolve with strategy, not emotion. That's Machiavellian discipline. Cold, calculated, intentional. The world crowns the man who refines himself relentlessly, the man who moves with quiet precision while others waste their days chasing comfort. You train yourself every single day because you understand a truth most fear to face. If you don't shape your mind, someone else will. If you don't command your habits will command you. And if you don't build inner strength, the world will take advantage of your weakness without hesitation. So today marks the shift. Your shift into someone who becomes untouchable through self-directed evolution. If you're ready, comment this phrase right now. I sharpen myself daily. Say it. Claim it. Let the transformation begin. 1. The inner command. You think discipline starts with action, but it doesn't. It starts with command, the ability to order your own mind and expect obedience. Most people negotiate with themselves. They bargain, they delay, they fold, and every time they do, their inner authority weakens until they become servants to their impulses. But you're not here to serve. You're here to rule your mind, your habits, your direction. That's the first true Machiavellian principle of daily improvement. Master yourself before you attempt to master the world. Every day you rise, you issue a silent decree. This is what I will do, and I will do it, no matter how I feel. That's the difference between ordinary men and those forged in quiet power. Real power isn't loud, it isn't theatrical. It's controlled, composed, and earned through the ruthless consistency of doing what must be done. You don't chase motivation. You don't wait for energy. You act because acting is who you are becoming. When you command your mind, your life falls into rank behind it. Right now, leave a comment to seal this mentality. I command my mind. Write it. Claim it. Step into the next version of yourself. When you're ready for the next section, say, continue. Section 2. The silent war. Every day you wake up, you step into a battlefield most people never acknowledge. Not a battlefield of swords or bullets, but of thoughts, impulses, distractions, and invisible pressures pulling at your attention. This war is silent, but it's deadly. Because the man who loses it doesn't fall once. He falls slowly, quietly, until he becomes unrecognizable even to himself. That's why your improvement isn't optional. It's survival, not survival against the world, but survival against the parts of you that want comfort over progress, ease over discipline, pleasure over purpose. Those parts don't disappear. You overpower them through strategy. Here's the Machiavellian truth most men never accept. Your mind is both your greatest ally and your most dangerous opponent. If you don't direct it, it will deceive you. It will whisper excuses, it will rationalize weakness, and it will seduce you into becoming average. But you're not here for average. You're here for control. So each morning, you strike first. You look at the day and identify its threats, your distractions, your temptations, your mental softness. Then you build your routine like a fortress, a structure so deliberate that chaos can't slip through its walls. This is how power is built, not in dramatic moments, but in quiet, ruthless preparation. You move through your day with intention. You choose your actions with precision, and you guard your energy like a sovereign guards his throne, because you understand that power leaks through every undisciplined moment. The world respects a man who respects his own time. The world follows a man who leads himself. The world bends to a man who refuses to bend to his weaknesses. Right now, comment this phrase and fortify your mindset. I win the silent war. Say it with conviction. Say it like someone who refuses to fall asleep at his post. When you're ready, say, continue. Section 3. The ruthless audit. Before any man rises, he must confront the truth he's been avoiding. This is the part most people run from, the part where the mask comes off, the excuses collapse, and the mirror shows exactly who you've allowed yourself to become. A Machiavellian mind doesn't fear this confrontation. It demands it, because power can only be built on reality, never illusion. So today, you perform a ruthless audit of yourself. Not emotional, not dramatic, just cold, strategic clarity. Ask yourself, where am I weak? Where am I sloppy? Where am I letting comfort control me? Where am I pretending instead of producing? Most men avoid these questions because they're terrified of the answers. But the man who faces them without flinching becomes unstoppable because he removes guesswork from his growth. He knows exactly what must be eliminated, refined, or upgraded. Look at your habits. Look at your routines. Look at your environment. Ask yourself a simple, savage question. Is any of this worthy of the man I claim I want to become? If the answer is no, and for most people it is, then change becomes non-negotiable. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now, because every day you tolerate a weakness, you reinforce it. And every day you reinforce it, you sabotage the future you're trying to build. This is how the Machiavellian mind operates. Identify the flaw, expose it, replace it with something stronger. No guilt, no self-pity. Just execution. Start cutting dead weight from your life. People who drain you, habits that slow you, distractions that derail you. Start designing your days around growth instead of entertainment. Start choosing actions that align with who you're becoming, not who you used to be. Understand this. The world respects men who manage themselves with precision. The world follows men who hold themselves to a higher standard than anyone else ever will. And the world bows to men who eliminate everything that weakens them. Right now, anchor your transformation. Comment this phrase with authority. I face the truth and rise. Write it like a contract with yourself, because that's exactly what it is. When you're ready for the next chapter, say, continue. Section 4. The Discipline Forge. Every powerful man is built in the same place. The forge, not a physical one, an internal one. A place where discipline is hammered into the bones, shaped, sharpened, and reforged until it defines everything you are. Most people misunderstand discipline. They treat it like a mood, something that visits them when life feels good, when the sun is shining, when motivation happens to strike. But that's weakness disguised as logic. A Machiavellian mind knows better. You don't wait for discipline. You create it, the same way rulers create order out of chaos. Discipline is built every time you choose action over comfort. It's built when you go to the gym even though your body wants rest. It's built when you focus on your work while others drown in distraction. It's built when you wake up early, not because the world demands it, but because you demand it of yourself. Understand this. Every disciplined act is a vote for the man you want to become. And every undisciplined act is a vote for the man you fear you'll remain. This is why improvement must be daily, not weekly, not when convenient, daily. Because the moment you stop sharpening the blade, it begins to rust. Discipline compounds like interest. The small things build the big things. 5 minutes of focus becomes 10. 10 becomes an hour. An hour becomes a new identity. Before long, you're operating at a level other men can't even imagine, because you've conditioned yourself to do the work they avoid. But here's the part no one tells you. Discipline is uncomfortable by design. It's supposed to stretch you, grind you, and challenge you. It's supposed to make your weaker self protest, because your weaker self knows it's being replaced. And that's exactly the goal. The man who embraces discomfort becomes immune to it. The man who willingly steps into difficulty becomes stronger than the man who flees from it. And the man who trains himself to act without hesitation becomes a weapon, silent, precise, unstoppable. This is the mentality required to become untouchable. Do what must be done, no matter how you feel. Do it consistently. Do it with intention. Do it because every action is a brick in the fortress you're building around your mind. Sooner or later, people will wonder how you became so focused, so disciplined, so unshakable. They'll assume you were born that way. Let them. Your discipline will speak for you. Your results will announce your presence. Your transformation will make noise without you saying a word. Right now, solidify this developing identity. Comment this phrase with full conviction. I build myself in the forge. Write it as a declaration, because that's exactly what it is. A vow to rise above who you were yesterday and even above who you are today. When you're ready for the next section, say continue. Section 5, the art of calculated hardening. Strength isn't something you stumble into. It's engineered deliberately, strategically, relentlessly. Every powerful man throughout history understood this truth. Hardness is cultivated, softness is inherited. If you want to rise, you must carve away everything soft within you, and you must do it with precision, not chaos. This is where calculated hardening begins. Most people live in emotional reaction. They explode, collapse, complain, or retreat the moment pressure touches them. Their minds crack under stress because they've never trained themselves to stand inside the storm and remain unshaken. But your path demands something far greater. You learn to use pressure as fuel, not poison. Understand this. Life will test you, not once, not occasionally, constantly. You don't get to choose when adversity arrives, but you can choose how you meet it. A Machiavellian mind meets it with cold clarity. You step back mentally, assess the situation, and respond with strategy rather than emotion. This is the art of calculated hardening. You observe your own reactions the way a ruler observes the battlefield, calmly, from above. You ask, what does this moment require of me? Then you deliver exactly that. Nothing more, nothing less. Stress becomes training. Discomfort becomes conditioning. Challenges become sharpening stones. The man who is hardened by intention becomes immune to circumstances. People can't provoke him. Life can't derail him. His emotions don't control him. They serve him. That is the foundation of cold power psychology, the ability to remain composed even when everything around you demands panic. And make no mistake, composure is dominance. He who stays calm controls the moment. He who controls the moment controls the outcome. So train yourself every single day to hold the line. If something frustrates you, don't react. Analyze. If something discourages you, don't fold. Adapt. If something threatens to break your focus, don't retreat. Refocus. You're not becoming heartless. You're becoming sharper. You're not becoming cold. You're becoming controlled. You're not suppressing emotion, you're commanding it, and the world will feel that difference. People will sense the power in your presence. They won't be able to manipulate you. They won't be able to predict you. They won't be able to shake you, because you've built your mind to operate from strength, not reaction. This is how untouchable men are made, not through luck, not through talent, through the daily discipline of hardening the mind until nothing can fracture it. Right now, reinforce this mentality. Write it publicly. Own it fully. I harden my mind with purpose. Comment it below. Let it be your declaration, your proof of evolution. When you're ready for the next segment, say, continue. Section 6. The Control Doctrine. Power doesn't begin with dominance. It begins with control, quiet, internal, unwavering control. Before you can influence the world, you must master the battlefield within your own skull. This is where most men fail, and where you will not. Understand something essential. The mind is not naturally disciplined. It is naturally chaotic. Left unchecked, it will drag you into impulses, distractions, and emotional traps that weaken you from the inside out. So the Machiavellian approach is simple. Control the mind before the mind controls you. You do this through deliberate internal governance. Every thought is treated like a subject. Every emotion is treated like a visitor. Every impulse is treated like a potential threat. You watch them, evaluate them, command them. Nothing gets to move without your permission. Most people don't realize how many of their actions are simply reactions, automatic, unconscious, unfiltered. They respond to provocation with anger. They respond to insecurity with avoidance. They respond to fear with retreat. Their emotions hold the throne while their logic sits in chains. But for you, that ends now. A powerful man doesn't suppress his emotions. He orders them. When anger rises, he asks, "Does this serve my mission?" If yes, he channels it. If no, he discards it. When fear emerges, he asks, "What information does this reveal?" He extracts the lesson, not the paralysis. When doubt whispers, he asks, "Is this truth or weakness?" Then he moves forward regardless. This is what internal authority looks like. You become the strategist, not the soldier. You operate from the high ground of consciousness, not the trenches of impulse. And the world responds differently to a man like this. People test the soft. They challenge the emotional. They manipulate the reactive. But the man who moves with internal order, calm, measured, unshaken, becomes unpredictable and therefore untouchable. No one can pull you into their chaos because you recognize chaos the moment it appears. No one can provoke you because your reactions are no longer automatic. No one can drain you because your boundaries are precise and enforced with silent confidence. This level of control transforms how you walk into rooms. You speak less, observe more. You react slower, think faster. You reveal little, understand much. Your presence becomes heavier, sharper, more deliberate. People feel it before you even speak, and they adjust themselves around you. That's real power, and it comes from training yourself to operate with strategic awareness every single day. Through meditation, not for peace, but for control. Through journaling, not for feelings, but for clarity. Through disciplined habits, not for productivity, but for authority over self. This doctrine of control becomes the root of all future strength. It fuels your discipline. It sharpens your intuition. It protects you from manipulation. It builds a mental fortress no one else can breach. But it requires commitment. It requires that you hold yourself to a higher internal standard than the world demands. It requires that you stop allowing your mind to behave like a wild animal and start shaping it into a trained weapon. Right now, mark this turning point. Comment this phrase below and engrave it into your identity. I command my inner world. Write it with intention. Because from this moment forward, your power grows from the inside out. When you're ready for the next part, say, continue. Section 7. The strategic isolation. Every man who rises eventually discovers a brutal truth. You cannot elevate yourself while remaining surrounded by the same noise, the same people, the same patterns that once held you down. Growth demands isolation, not emotional withdrawal, not bitterness, but strategic, calculated separation from anything that slows your ascent. Most people misunderstand isolation. They think it means loneliness. They think it means hiding. They think it means being disconnected from the world. But strategic isolation is none of those things. It is the deliberate choice to step away from environments and influences that dilute your focus, weaken your discipline, and smother your ambition. Let me make this clear. A man cannot build a kingdom while drowning in the voices of the crowd. Isolation is the environment where greatness is forged, where clarity sharpens, where vision strengthens, where the mind becomes your most powerful advisor instead of your greatest distraction. Look at the world. Most people spend their days absorbing endless noise, opinions, gossip, useless information, emotional chaos, digital poison. They are constantly stimulated but never strengthened, constantly entertained but never enlightened, constantly surrounded but never connected to themselves. They fear silence because silence exposes them. It forces them to confront their weaknesses, their emptiness, their lack of direction. But you are learning to embrace the silence. You understand that isolation is not a prison, it is a workshop, a tactical retreat where you refine your vision, calculate your moves, and build the internal architecture of your future power. Strategic isolation is what separates a man who drifts from a man who dominates. In isolation, you study yourself. You identify what drives you and what drains you. You categorize your relationships by value, not emotion. You remove people who feed on your energy. You minimize interactions with those who fear your growth. You distance yourself from those who want you predictable, controllable, familiar. This isn't cruelty, it's strategy. A powerful man does not grant unlimited access to his time, attention, or energy. He maintains selective distance. He keeps a circle smaller than his focus, and he understands something crucial. You are most dangerous when you don't need anyone, but everyone needs something from you. This is the paradox of strategic isolation. The more you detach, the more magnetic you become. The more you ascend, the more they notice. The more you refine yourself in private, the more your presence commands attention in public. Isolation strengthens your intuition. You begin to see what others miss. You read people faster. You sense dishonesty, weakness, manipulation, and hidden agendas without needing words. Because isolation heightens awareness, the same way darkness sharpens hearing. And in that awareness, you gain an edge. When you isolate strategically, you are no longer shaped by the world around you. You shape yourself. You choose your influences. You design your mental environment. You control the information that enters your mind. You choose goals based on vision, not pressure, not comparison, not societal programming. Isolation is where kings are carved. It is where leaders develop judgment. It is where warriors build their mental armor. It is where strategists lay out their plans. It is where men transform from being reactive to being decisive. You want to become untouchable? Start by removing access to your mind. Stop explaining yourself. Stop seeking approval. Stop broadcasting your plans. Stop trying to be understood by those who have no intention of rising. Your growth will confuse them. Your silence will disturb them. Your transformation will threaten them. Let it. A man who trains in isolation emerges with something the average will never recognize until it's too late. A presence that commands respect without noise, without effort, without permission. Right now, declare your commitment to this path. Comment this phrase with strength. I rise in strategic silence. Write it. Own it. Step into a level of self-mastery most men will never reach. When you're ready for the next part, say, continue. Section 8, the power of relentless adaptation. If there is one trait that separates the ascending from the collapsing, it is this: adaptation. Not simple flexibility, not passively accepting change, but relentless, strategic, Machiavellian adaptation. The ability to assess reality exactly as it is, pivot instantly, and use every shift to your advantage. Understand something crucial. The world is not built to reward the strongest. It rewards the most adaptable. And yet, most men cling to rigidity like a shield. They hold on to old habits, old beliefs, old versions of themselves, even when those versions have long outlived their usefulness. They cling to comfort out of fear. Fear of losing identity, fear of uncertainty, fear of stepping into territory where they no longer feel competent. But competence grows only in motion. Power grows only when you evolve faster than your circumstances. A Machiavellian mind does not resist change. It studies it, then bends it toward advantage. When something shifts, you don't panic, you observe. When plans fail, you don't collapse, you reassess. When obstacles appear, you don't retreat. You find the angle, the leverage, the hidden benefit. That is the essence of cold power psychology, seeing opportunity where others see threat. Finding strength in uncertainty, using adaptation as a weapon instead of viewing it as a burden. Most men sabotage themselves because they want life to fit into predictable patterns. They crave stability because it keeps them comfortable. But comfort breeds stagnation, and stagnation is death for anyone who seeks power. You are not here to stagnate. You are here to evolve ruthlessly. Relentless adaptation means you stop identifying with who you were yesterday. You stop protecting old versions of yourself out of ego. Your identity becomes fluid, strategic, ever shifting towards something stronger. If today demands you become disciplined, you become disciplined. If tomorrow demands you become sharper, you sharpen. If next week demands you become colder, more focused, more calculating, you shift instantly. The weak cling, the powerful adapt. Look at nature. The predator survives not because it is the biggest, but because it adjusts faster than its prey. Look at empires. The ones that endured weren't always the most feared, they were the most strategically adaptable. They adjusted tactically, politically, mentally, and militarily. And look at modern men. The ones who thrive are not the ones with the best backgrounds or resources. They're the ones who adjust faster than the chaos around them. This world is a constantly shifting battlefield. Technology changes, economies shift, people betray, motives evolve, opportunities appear and vanish. Threats come from unexpected directions. The man who refuses to adapt becomes obsolete long before he realizes it. But you are forging a mind capable of outmaneuvering any circumstance. Relentless adaptation requires 3 pillars. Pillar 1, brutal honesty. You must see reality without filters, without emotional distortion, without ego, without fantasy. A Machiavellian strategist always asks, what is actually happening? Not what I wish was happening. Power begins with clarity. Pillar 2, swift decision-making. Adaptation demands action, not impulsiveness, precision. You make decisions quickly because hesitation is the breeding ground of regret. You adjust your course without overthinking because your instincts, trained daily, are becoming weapons. Pillar 3, identity fluidity. Most men cling to labels. I'm this kind of person. I'm not good at that. This is how I've always been. Weakness disguised as identity. A man becoming untouchable refuses to define himself by his past. He becomes whatever the mission requires. Adaptation is not weakness. Adaptation is dominance. It means you cannot be cornered, you cannot be predicted, you cannot be controlled. Because you always have another move, one others didn't see, one others couldn't imagine. This is how powerful men survive storms that break ordinary ones. This is how they expand while others shrink. This is how they ascend in silence while others collapse loudly. You are training yourself every day to evolve faster than life can challenge you. That is what makes you dangerous. That is what makes you untouchable. And that is what will separate you from every man who once stood on the same level as you. Right now, seal this mindset. Comment this phrase with absolute conviction. I adapt and rise beyond every obstacle. Say it like someone who refuses to be outmaneuvered. Say it like someone who evolves faster than the world can threaten him. Section 8. The power of relentless adaptation. If there is one trait that separates the ascending from the collapsing, it is this: adaptation. Not simple flexibility, not passively accepting change, but relentless, strategic, Machiavellian adaptation. The ability to assess reality exactly as it is, pivot instantly, and use every shift to your advantage. Understand something crucial. The world is not built to reward the strongest. It rewards the most adaptable. And yet, most men cling to rigidity like a shield. They hold on to old habits, old beliefs, old versions of themselves, even when those versions have long outlived their usefulness. They cling to comfort out of fear, fear of losing identity, fear of uncertainty, fear of stepping into territory where they no longer feel competent. But competence grows only in motion. Power grows only when you evolve faster than your circumstances. A Machiavellian mind does not resist change. It studies it, then bends it toward advantage. When something shifts, you don't panic, you observe. When plans fail, you don't collapse, you reassess. When obstacles appear, you don't retreat. You find the angle, the leverage, the hidden benefit. That is the essence of cold power psychology. Seeing opportunity where others see threat. Finding strength in uncertainty. Using adaptation as a weapon instead of viewing it as a burden. Most men sabotage themselves because they want life to fit into predictable patterns. They crave stability because it keeps them comfortable. But comfort breeds stagnation. and stagnation is death for anyone who seeks power. You are not here to stagnate. You are here to evolve ruthlessly. Relentless adaptation means you stop identifying with who you were yesterday. You stop protecting old versions of yourself out of ego. Your identity becomes fluid, strategic, ever shifting towards something stronger. If today demands you become disciplined, you become disciplined. If tomorrow demands you become sharper, you sharpen. If next week demands you become colder, more focused, more calculating, you shift instantly. The weak cling, the powerful adapt. Look at nature. The predator survives not because it is the biggest, but because it adjusts faster than its prey. Look at empires. The ones that endured weren't always the most feared. They were the most strategically adaptable. They adjusted tactically, politically, mentally, and militarily. And look at modern men. The ones who thrive are not the ones with the best backgrounds or resources. They're the ones who adjust faster than the chaos around them. This world is a constantly shifting battlefield. Technology changes, economies shift, people betray, motives evolve. Opportunities appear and vanish. Threats come from unexpected directions. The man who refuses to adapt becomes obsolete long before he realizes it. But you are forging a mind capable of outmaneuvering any circumstance. Relentless adaptation requires 3 pillars. Pillar 1. Brutal honesty. You must see reality without filters, without emotional distortion, without ego, without fantasy. A Machiavellian strategist always asks, what is actually happening, not what I wish was happening. Power begins with clarity. Pillar 2. Swift decision-making. Adaptation demands action, not impulsiveness, precision. You make decisions quickly because hesitation is the breeding ground of regret. You adjust your course without overthinking because your instincts, trained daily, are becoming weapons. Pillar 3. Identity fluidity. Most men cling to labels. I'm this kind of person. I'm not good at that. This is how I've always been. Weakness disguised as identity. A man becoming untouchable refuses to define himself by his past. He becomes whatever the mission requires. Adaptation is not weakness. Adaptation is dominance. It means you cannot be cornered. You cannot be predicted. You cannot be controlled because you always have another move. One others didn't see, one others couldn't imagine. This is how powerful men survive storms that break ordinary ones. This is how they expand while others shrink. This is how they ascend in silence while others collapse loudly. You are training yourself every day to evolve faster than life can challenge you. That is what makes you dangerous. That is what makes you untouchable. And that is what will separate you from every man who once stood on the same level as you. Right now, seal this mindset. Comment this phrase with absolute conviction. I adapt and rise beyond every obstacle. Say it like someone who refuses to be outmaneuvered. Say it like someone who evolves faster than the world can threaten him.